Can teammates do anything to sort of help him through it?
Yeah, just encourage him to shoot and let him know that he's still one of the best three-point shooters, and it's just to keep shooting and be aggressive. And we're with him the whole way.
You talked last night about he feels he's a little bit too passive. Is that when your teammates got to give him a kick and say, "Hey, we don't care. Go, get your stuff going"?
That's what I just said. Just encouraging him to shoot the ball and just keep being aggressive.
What impact did Coach Budenholzer have on you early in your career?
He's just a smart coach. When I came in, he was with Pop for probably the last 15 years. So just learning, the same things you learn playing, just what team, who you're facing up with, what he sees on the floor at the time, and he had a lot of experience.
What do you look forward to most before going into a matchup against an elite player?
Just wanting to win a game. They're a great team. He's leading them at a high level, and just like I said, going into any other game, just wanting to go in and play my hardest basketball and just try to get a win, have fun.
We've all noticed that Kyle's been struggling the last 4 or 5 games. Is there anything that you can do schematically to maybe get him going a bit?
Well, I'm thinking about it, Doug. Right? We're obviously, part of it's just, it's a lot of it's revolved around his shooting, right? And I think there's shots there, and I think there's because of the confidence levels a little low that he's turning down some more that are there, which is making the numbers look a little low. So when I go back and watch the tape, I feel like he's taking pretty good shots, and then he's turning down a few that are pretty good as well. But he's fighting through it, right? He's still playing really hard on defense. He's still getting his 10 assists a game. I don't know, maybe just like a hitting slump a little bit. We just gotta hope he sees a few better pitches here coming up.
You don't have a lot of plays that you could script to run for him.
Well, we've got a half dozen or so, Doug, and that's probably enough if you run them once and then run them again, and you can get to them. And we've tried to actually prioritize that a little bit this year. I've talked about we want to make sure we have those, especially late in the fourth quarter, to make sure that he gets involved. Sometimes it becomes we're running our regular stuff and they're blitzing him and taking it out of his hands, so we give him little different looks where he can come off down screens and double screens and things like that, because he is a good catch and shoot guy. So we're taking a look at it.
He had that one game where it was back issues or rest, whatever it was. But is his health at all a factor in any of this?
I don't think so. No. I think I would say so if I didn't see much of an effort at the defensive end or something else. Yeah, he's really, he had some really hard-nosed defensive possessions there in the guts of that game last night. They were switching and getting to the ball and knocking it away. And again, it's too bad our offense wasn't better last night again, because I'll go back and watch the film, and man, were we trying to do the right things on defense, and then when we found a problem, we plugged that, and we started blitzing a little bit. We switched the lineup, got into some switching. We were putting out fires as they came, and our effort was there. It's just, I don't know, we just didn't score enough really last night to get out of there with the defensive effort that we put forth anyway.
I know so much of Kyle's job is getting other guys involved. Is Kawhi far enough along on the offense that you can go to Kawhi and say, hey, can we maybe use you to try to get Kyle going a little bit?
I think it's more just reading what's happening rather than trying to say, hey, come off here and throw it over here, or whatever, or try to orchestrate it so much. I see it developing as we go here, a little bit like we've had in the past. It just kind of, these teams start trying to play those guys certain ways, and there's things that are open up. We got to make sure there's right movement on the weak side. The right guys are on the weak side. The cutter, whoever it is there. We got to put the other guys in position to see, or position so Kawhi can find them. And I just think it's a developing, ongoing thing.
We didn't see either Kawhi or Giannis in Milwaukee. What intrigues you most about that matchup?
Well, I think it's intriguing. I think it's intriguing in general, just because I think they're both. I think they're both going to want to go at each other a little bit, guard each other and go at each other, and you know, we don't want it to be a personal battle, but I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit of personal ness going on between them, right? I would imagine both of them are going to be excited to play and play with a lot of energy and force, and try to get a lot of things done, right? I think you know, they're both talked about as, you know, who's the better player, best player in the East. They're both in MVP talks now, I think. So I think it's a game for them to see what happens. Nothing like going one-on-one against a guy to see where you stand against him.